Hello everybody and welcome to the Action Figuratorium. My name is Mark Major. I'm a real big toy collector here in Southeast Portland. Also somebody who likes to do his own customizations and kit bashing of action figures. One of the characters that I did in the past that I made a video for and that you can check out right here is this guy. He is a 3.75 custom Mad Max, and I gave him his own, look at this, it's pretty cool, V8 Landspeeder. And of course he's got a friendly little dog that rides with him. And you can check that video out and see all through the build of that. I love this thing. This thing's great. Doesn't get enough love. So I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if there was more characters to fill out that universe? Some Wastelanders, as it were. And I've decided that I'm going to add 2 more characters at first. More to come, but just 2 at first. We're going to add the Gyro Captain, right? A very special character in the Mad Max movie, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. And we're also going to make kind of a bad guy. We're going to mash up a couple dudes. We're going to sort of mash up the concept of the Lord Humungus villain and his Lieutenant Wez, right? And we're going to make sort of one character. Now, the cool thing about this is that in the Mad Max universe, each character has their own vehicle. And so it goes with my Wastelanders universe. The Gyro Captain's going to get a gyrocopter. And the Lord Humungus Wez guy is going to get his own vehicle, and those vehicles have their own special kind of build as well, so can't wait to share this with you guys today. Everybody come together, put on your Mad Max leather, and hold on tight. We are going to start with the Gyro Captain. I'm going to first show you guys a little bit from a scene of what this character looks like so you can see how close I'm getting to it. There we go. This is a little clip off of YouTube here. So here is the Gyro Captain. Maybe I can make him bigger without, there we go. And he is wearing a sort of one-piece yellow long underwear, kind of a desert-colored long underwear. It's got a long brown trench coat, leather cap with goggles, very important. Also a pink scarf, okay? Pink scarf and also pink Converse shoes and a crossbow. So good to note. Now for this, we're going to be making it a female version, and I'm going to be using, check this out, I'm going to be using parts from these 3 Fortnite figures. So for the most part, I'm going to use this body here, right? We're going to paint this yellow, and then we're going to paint the gloves pink. We're going to paint the shoes pink, and I've got a Marauder Gunrunner's bandana scarf that we're also going to go in pink, all right? Then from this middle figure, we're going to use the head, right? Because it's got the cool Gyro Captain leather cap, and it's got the goggles, and I'm just going to leave it as is for now. To me it looks fine. It would be cool if like the browns matched, and maybe that's something I get into, but at this point it's a 1.0 version, stick with that. And then from this Fortnite character, which is this is a very cool character on its own. These pieces, these Fortnite characters got the absolute best kit bashing bodies for the 3.75, by the way. We're just going to use the long coat here. We're going to use this as our trench coat, and you're going to see it comes out pretty cool. So let's take a look now. This is, here we go. This is what the body looks like with the pink shoes, the pink gloves, and of course I go over these with a wash later. Here's the brown coat, just kept painting and painting and painting it. You know, the thing about these Wastelander characters is they can kind of look a little terrible because they've been out in the wasteland. But this is what the figure looks like. I really do love the Fortnite stand as well. So not a bad dog, right? Not a bad dog. Now let's look at the finished product. Here we go. And rotate it around. I also got a snake for it because in the movie he's got a snake, and he kind of uses it as a weapon, throws it at people. So here she is. Gave her the crossbow. Gave her the head. Put a little bit of dark wash on the shoes and the gloves and the body, kind of roughed it up a little bit. Sometimes I go a little too far on that, but this is the character for the most part 1.0 completed. Okay, let's go look at what our villain's going to be like. So we're going to just show you guys that the main villain is this dude, Lord Humungus, and he's like a Swedish bodybuilder, but he's got this kind of Friday the 13th hockey mask on. Kind of a bondage dude, right? And then he's also got a lieutenant, sort of a second in command, and that's Wez, and Wez is just a crazy guy. See, he's all sort of a weirdo, and he's got a mohawk, but he also wears all this sort of leather gear. He's got sort of shoulder pads and leather here and straps and things like that. So what we're going to do is, because I couldn't necessarily find like a naked bodybuilder dude, I got a guy that we're going to sort of mash up the two of them. We're sort of making a new sort of villain dude. And we're going to start with this guy here. We're going to start with this Fortnite character. You can see he's got a lot of potential. He's got shoulders with spikes. He's got the cool mask. He's got weird hair. He's got a lot of equipment on him, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to paint this guy completely black. However, I'm going to leave the red bits. And the reason why I'm going to leave the red bits, the boots and the sort of the shirt, is because the vehicle that I have for him is a four-wheeler, and it's from like a Sonic the Hedgehog toy that he would ride, so it's from the video game. But it is red, and so we kind of want to match him to the vehicle, so we're going to use the red on this guy and the red on the vehicle to make it kind of match. So let's see what he looks like painted up. He looks kind of like this, all right? I gave him some chains, the red boots, made everything black. I also added like a little bit of some silver action on his, you know, the spikes and some parts here and some bits there, and, you know, a closer shot of him. Looks kind of scary, right? Looks kind of freaky. So this is basically my 1.0 finished version of the evil Wastelander. And now let's move on to the vehicles. Okay, so in the Mad Max movie, the Gyro Captain has got this, and you can see it there, he's got this one-man helicopter that he sort of flies around in. It's just kind of a cage with some wheels. It looks almost kind of like some sort of World War II contraption. So we're going to do something kind of like that. And I have got all these different helicopters, one-man helicopters to choose from. There's a whole bunch of these Chatmai, ones that are kind of garbage, right? You could put a guy in there, and those are not bad. I could easily use those. These weird red ones are kind of super cheap, and figures don't fit in them, but they, you know, they're kind of like that, just a you know, cage kind of thing. And those would take a little bit of modding. There's this as well. There's just like a glider. Maybe a dude got a glider. No, maybe not the glider. But then there's this. This is a Playmobil rescue. And look, it's completely like covered in, got this from the Goodwill bins. It's covered in kind of like some kid's ink pen exploded on it, right? So this thing has no value as a collectible toy to people who collect Playmobil. And the fact that it was a old firefighter rescue thing might be kind of cool in this Wastelander universe. So we're going to take this thing, we're going to basically paint the tail silver, we're going to kind of make the landing gear metallized, we're going to cut out a piece of the body so that the legs can come through and the person can sit down. And we're going to paint the rest of this black. So this is my starting point here. I just want you guys to see that it's got sort of this cockpit that could fit a Playmobil person. You could not get a 3.75 in there. Now, if I was to cut away the piece that inside of here, that I could maybe stick the person's legs in there. Maybe something I do in the future. Don't really feel like doing it right now. I'm just going to cut away the sides. I think that that's a much better look. Okay, and so here we go. Here it is with the pieces cut away. And try to take it apart, and it never really goes back together. Maybe gets a little dab of glue in the future. But you can see how I've sort of metallized it and greasified it, but it's not done yet. It needs to be like it's been in the desert. It needs to look like it's gotten some rustification. So let's take it one step further. Here we go. And it's actually going to be in focus when it comes around. I know you guys are like, focus that up. It's focused. So this is like it's been out in the desert, it's been worn. I actually decided I would flip the helicopter blades around to make it a little more exotic. I can reflip them if I don't like that. But you can see the back of it. You can see that this thing is now officially pretty beat. I ended up hacking off the little sort of control rod there. It was kind of in the way. It may get a regluing somewhere else. But you can see how much I had to cut away on this thing. All right, now, here is what our figure looks like with the copter. Kind of cool, not bad. There's a close-up sitting in the copter. And there it is. Gyro Captain, Wastelander Gyro Captain. A lot of fun. Now, let's move on to the last vehicle. We're starting with this thing. Look at this thing. Okay? So, basically the idea behind this is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to kind of paint out some of the parts that look like they should be metal. Like, you know, things where you put your feet. These things look like they should be metal. Maybe the gas tank should be metal. I mean, when I say metal, I mean I'm going to silverize it. The rest of it, I'm going to leave it kind of red, but I'm going to go in. I'm going to add some rusting elements. I'm going to add some wear elements. Look, it's already kind of beat up in the back. Got this at a Goodwill as well. It's probably like $2. Also, it was missing the handlebars, so I stuck this piece of metal in there with like a little kind of handle as a rod, like the guy can drive it. Could maybe put lights in this thing. Could maybe get it to light up in the future. Just a 1.0. I really do like this sort of cage, though, and I like the spikes. So what we're going to do this is we're just going to add a little bit of metalification to parts of it, remove some of the red, and then we're going to add a hell of a lot of wear. And that is where this comes in, all right? And we've added some gratuitous rust to it. It's got gratuitous scrapes and scratches. It probably could use like some, you know, a 2.0 version could probably use like a flag coming out of it. Could maybe use some skulls. Maybe it's got a little bit too much rust. Maybe we need to take that back a little bit, take back some of the wear, add some scuffs. But for now, we just wanted to take it and make it look like this thing has been in the desert and it's been used. And this gets you pretty close. Here's the guy on it, so you can see how he's like the red, black, silver dude on his red, black, silver kind of vehicle. Kind of neat. And it is a wind-up toy, so you can pull it back and there it goes. Or you can have him driving away from you. I guess I could make some cool sort of vids of him driving across the desert. Or you could even maybe do something where he drives into the camera. Check this out, people. What do you guys think about this for special effects? And there we go. He fell off the table. A lot of fun. So, yeah, still going. Look at that. Look at all that energy. Yep, that's what happens. A lot of fun making these guys. Latest build team. We're going to put these guys in some desert environments, take some pictures of them, throw them up on the Instagram. What is the Instagram? It's down here, Action Figuratorium. You know, if you're somebody who follows me on Instagram, I'll follow you back. How about that? All right, thanks to everybody who made it this far into the video. Do appreciate it. Like and subscribing on your own time. When you're ready, get ready. In the meantime, though, everybody, stay charged.